Now at 5, a beautiful day in Carthage, Missouri, where 4-staters are celebrating the season with the Maple Leaf Festival, and we're here live. Plus, Miami renames an intersection to honor a man who was a community fixture. And
you've heard of pumpkin spice lattes, but what about pumpkin spice deodorant or pumpkin spice garbage bags? I'm Michael George with whether this fall trend has gone too far.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
4 states, there's no better season in the 4 states than fall, and the area's biggest fall celebration is in Carthage, Missouri. The Maple Leaf Festival is 9 days of music, food, shows, and a massive parade, bringing together not just a community, but also visitors from far and wide. And today, we're here live. Hello from Carthage, Missouri. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. We're going to have more on the Maple Leaf Festival in just a bit, but first, some of the day's top stories. A late-night house fire claims the life of a Webb City man. Happened on South Oronogo Street in Webb City. Fire crews found 50-year-old Wyatt Fiker unresponsive. He died at the scene. There were no other occupants in the home at the time. The cause of the fire is believed to be accidental. An intersection in Miami, Oklahoma has a brand new name to honor a community fixture. The city held a ceremony today renaming the intersection of Highway 69 located in front of the Miami Walmart. The intersection, now known as Chuck Stott's Way, will honor the late store manager for his service and dedication to the community. Chuck Stotts had a 40-year career with Walmart and served as store manager for nearly 30 years.
I'm so proud to be part of that, a community that appreciates my husband and has bestowed this honor on him. He was a good man. There are a lot of good men in this community and good women, and it's just nice to see that that's appreciated and honored.
Stotts passed away in March of last year. Coffeyville, Kansas is getting ready to host its annual Haunted History Tours this weekend. Visitors age 21 and up will get the opportunity to hear some eerie tales about ghostly legends about Coffeyville's past and walk through historical sites to listen to stories that haunt the town. That'll include stories about the Brown Mansion.
The Brown Mansion used to host several haunted paranormal activity hunts with different organizations, and they are really the hub of the paranormal activity here in town.
Lots of stories from the Brown Mansion and elsewhere. The event continues tomorrow. All proceeds go to the historical development of Coffeyville. Pitt State University honored some of its alumni for their accomplishments. 3 recipients received the Outstanding Alumni Award, and 2 recipients got the Gold Alumni Award. They each shared how Pitt State shaped not only their careers, but also who they are as a person.
Pittsburgh State is where I found myself. It really set the foundation of who I am, both as, of course, a person and as a professional. Resilience, if anything. I did plastics engineering and polymer chemistry when I was here.
PSU homecoming activities continue, starting with a parade at 9 a.m. That game starts at 2 p.m. Of course, there's going to be a parade here in beautiful downtown Carthage as well, and a lot more activities. And Doug, the weather at the moment is beautiful. I hope it's going to continue this way for the weekend.
It is. It's just about a perfect October day across the region. We've had plenty of sunshine all day long, and it looks like we're going to have clear skies as we go through the evening hours. Let's look outside. In Joplin, sitting at 75. Pittsburgh is checking in at 74 degrees, and most of us across the board into the mid-70s. It is going to be a little bit on the chilly side this evening. We have a light southerly wind at about 5 to 10, gusts a little bit higher than that. But overall, it looks pretty good. Look at the clear skies across the region. If you are heading out to 4 State, Friday night, high school football, we're looking at hoodie weather tonight. Temperatures by game time sitting at about 65 into the mid-50s by the fourth quarter. We're going to look at the weekend, of course, coming up here in a bit.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to a beautiful weekend. Doug Eddy, thanks. The annual Food for America event was held here in Carthage today. Carthage third graders had a chance to learn all about various farm animals like horses and mules and cows. The students also got to see a tractor exhibit. The event teaches the students about the process of how their food gets from the farm to their plate.
We want them to know. We want them to know why. And we want them to look out in the pasture and be like, oh, hey, I know that's where my milk comes from. I know that's where, corn comes from.
The goal of the event is to educate the students on agriculture and even inspire them to get involved. To find plenty of good eats at the Maple Leaf Festival, just follow your nose. The aroma led plenty of people to brats on the square this afternoon. It's a traditional fundraiser by the Rotary Club. For $10, people can get a grilled brat with chips, drink, and a cookie. Proceeds benefit high school scholarships and worldwide polio eradication.
Mainly to raise funds for scholarships and for polio eradication. We provide scholarships to the local Carthage High School. Last year we did 10 $1,000 scholarships, and this is a way for us to continue that tradition.
Brat sale is over for today, but you're going to find them again tomorrow from 11 until 2 on the southeast side of the square. Lots more fun still to come here at the Maple Leaf Festival. Tonight at 8, there's a free concert on the square featuring the 80s tribute band, members only. You're going to want to bring your lawn chairs for that. Yeah, I know you're hearing some music already. Then there's a full day of activities tomorrow. That'll include a car show on Grand and a tractor show at Central Park, both starting at 8 a.m. Of course, the massive Maple Leaf Parade begins at 9. A Renaissance Festival runs from 2 p.m. to 6:30 at Faithful Lutheran Church. A truck and tractor pull at 5 p.m. at Garner Downs Racetrack. And another free concert on the square at 7 tomorrow evening. Features the country rock band Midnight South. Again, we are live at the Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage. Up next, some more music perhaps, and we're going to chat with royalty. Welcome back again. We are live at the Maple Leaf Festival in downtown Carthage without the music at the moment, and I'm joined by royalty, the 2024 Maple Leaf Queen, Ambry Hoover. First of all, congratulations, Ambry.
Thank you so much.
I looked at your resume and what a lot of things you were involved in. You were captain of the dance team. You're captain of the math league. Those seem very different. One very physical, one very cerebral. You're involved in all sorts of activities, among other things, sign language club, metal detecting club. I've got to ask, do you ever get a chance to sleep?
A little bit. Enough to keep me going while I dance, so.
Obviously, because you're so active. Of all of those things you enjoy, many things you're involved in the community, what do you like best?
I really like dancing because it's been a part of me ever since I was 2 years old, and so just having my dance family with me just all the time is just so wonderful. So that has to be my favorite.
And obviously dancing was your talent in the competition to become the queen of this festival. Now tomorrow you're going to be involved in this massive parade. We're going to show some video from some of these past parades. You're going to be riding in a convertible, a maple leaf orange convertible, I might add. What's it going to mean as you're riding through this parade and you're representing your community?
It's just going to mean so much to me because it's been such an honor to just represent our community for Maple Leaf, and this will be probably around my 10th year or so in the parade, so just getting to be in this final parade as the Maple Leaf Queen is just so wonderful. Yeah,
it's remarkable you say that. You're 17 years old now. You say you started being a participant in this parade at something like age 6 as a dancer, and this is going to be one more time. I know you're going to represent the community well. I know you're proud of your community. The community, I can tell you, is very proud of you as well. Ambry, thank you so much on all of your crowning achievements.
Thank you.
Ambry Hoover, the queen of the Maple Leaf Festival. Doug Heddy, kind of the king of weather. He's up next with his weather forecast live from Carthage. We're going to get to weather in a moment. First, topping today's Health Watch, women who have social support and more likely to stay up to date on critical cancer screenings. A study by the American Cancer Society found that having emotional support from friends, family, or spouse can have a big impact on whether or not women receive mammograms. Women who are reporting little or no support were 40% less likely to get regular mammograms. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the third Friday of October is National Mammography Day, highlighting how critical mammograms are in detecting this early disease. New research shows false positives on mammograms, they're discouraging women from getting future screenings. Dominic Garcia has more.
To understand the latest study out of UC Davis, you have to know what a false positive is. In this case, it's when a woman goes in for a mammogram and doctors see something that needs additional screening, just to make sure.
We found that women who have these false positives. They had to come back for additional imaging. Sometimes they had to come back for a biopsy, but they didn't have cancer.
You might ask yourself, what's the problem? Better to be safe than sorry, right? But Diana Migloretti, professor and division chief of biostatistics at UC Davis, found that women with false positive results were less likely to return for a follow-up screening.
So it can be a very stressful period for a woman because she doesn't know what's going on. She thinks she might have cancer. And then she goes in for that imaging, sometimes even a biopsy, doesn't have cancer. She might feel like, oh, that was a big waste of time.
Health professionals want women to know that this can happen. And if you are called back for a follow-up, it's completely normal.
It's really important for women to understand that it's a normal part of the screening process. It's a frequent part. 10% of screening mammograms require this additional imaging. It almost always turns out to be normal.
False positives can happen for reasons including breast density and normal variations in breast tissue. Migloretti says doctors should explain false positive results, reassure patients, and stress that continued screening is critical. Dominic Garcia, CBS News, Sacramento.
Again, back in beautiful downtown Carthage, Missouri with Doug Hetty, Maple Leaf Festival well underway. All sorts of things going on tonight through the weekend, and beautiful weather, Doug.
It is. Temperature's just about perfect for this time of the year, and it looks like we're going to have a really nice weekend. In fact, let's go outside. Let's take a look. This is our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo's just outside of Seneca, Missouri, but it looks fantastic. Pretty much clear skies. A lot of people heading out to 4-State Friday night high school football. If you are, take a hoodie. It's going to get a little chilly at kickoff here at about 7, sitting into the mid-60s. We'll drop back into the mid-50s by the time we head into the fourth quarter. Look at our temps. Anywhere from 75 in Yates Center, 76 in Veneta. Carthage is sitting at 75. Pittsburgh checking in at about 74 degrees. Currently, 7th range line, 75. Southerly winds, a little breezy, at about 5 to 10 to 15 miles per hour. But of course, through the evening, we'll slide back through the 70s, 60s, 50s, into the 40s once again later on tonight. A little breezy outside over the past couple days, and that's going to stick around as we go into the weekend. Right now, we have the south winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but nothing going on. Crystal clear blue skies across the Central Plains, but we are tracking our next storm system, which is out across the western third of the country. It's a slow mover, so it's going to walk its way toward us as we go through the next couple days. In fact, if you look at our upper level flow, it's what we call a cutoff flow. It's cut off from the main flow of the jet. All the storm systems, they like to hang out where the jet stream is, so there's nothing to push this guy off toward the east. So it's going to take its good old sweet time. So that means we're going to have a pretty good weekend. But as this starts to roll in by Monday night, it's going to lose a lot of its moisture. We may get a few showers, but that is going to be just about it. Let me walk you through the weekend. By morning, temperatures are going to be sitting into the upper 40s, but we'll have pretty much clear skies. We're going to get partly sunny skies throughout the day. You can even see a few showers out to our west. Near 70 by noon. By the afternoon, most of us will make it up into the upper 70s, so a few notches warmer than what it was today. As we go into Saturday night, upper 40s again, then by Sunday afternoon, another fantastic day. Partly sunny skies into the upper 70s. All right, if you're heading out to Maple Leaf, of course, that's where we're at right now. We're in Carthage, but of course, there's a parade in the morning, another parade going on in Pittsburgh. A little chilly to start, 8 o'clock in the morning, 50, but a quick warm-up up to 65 by the time we get to about 10 a.m. by the middle of the day, up into the mid-70s. We'll make it up to 77 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, so just about a fantastic weekend. 80 on Monday, slight chance for a few showers. Warmer next week, at least to start the week into the 80s, and a little bit of a cool down late in the week. But yeah, for this weekend's festivities, looking fantastic.
I don't think you could have planned it any better.
I worked really hard at it.
We all appreciate it. Thank you so much. Consumer Watch is next. Right now, we are live in Carthage, Missouri at the 58th Annual Maple Leaf Festival. Topping today's Consumer Watch, for a lot of us, wouldn't be fall without the Maple Leaf Festival here in Carthage. For millions of Americans, another sure sign of fall is pumpkin spice everything. Michael George takes a look at this seasonal trend.
If fall had a flavor, it just might be pumpkin spice.
I enjoy pumpkin spice. I do, in lots of things, muffins, bread, cake, Bye.
You could say the trend took off in 2003 when Starbucks introduced the pumpkin spice latte, also known as the PSL. Since then, the coffee giant says they've sold hundreds of millions of cups.
Pumpkin spice really is the trend that just won't die.
Trisha Calvo is a food editor for Consumer Reports.
There's also something about the scent of pumpkin spice. It really brings back nostalgia for a lot of people. It's associated with fall, with warmth, with coziness, with holidays.
And now you'll find retailers putting it in just about everything. We asked pumpkin spice lovers if they'd ever try pumpkin spice lip balm or maybe pumpkin spice scented garbage bags.
Absolutely not.
It seems nothing is off limits. You can find pumpkin spice deodorant or even pumpkin spice bathroom wipes.
Hey, Tim! Yes, Jason! Guess what? It's the best time of year! Pumpkin spice season!
Okay, that you're just going way too far. No, that's really just absurd.
The question is, who's buying this?
There's a market for this?
I think if there wasn't a market for it, these companies wouldn't be making it.
But even some PSL diehards say it's time to dial it back.
It's a beautiful fall flavor, and it's just taking over and doesn't make any sense.
While some can leave it, there's plenty of people who love it. So for now, it appears pumpkin spice is here to stay. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
While pumpkin spice doesn't actually contain any pumpkin, Starbucks now adds pumpkin puree to its pumpkin spice lattes. You're going to pay more for a mortgage. The average rate on a 30-year mortgage rose for the third week in a row, reaching its highest level in 8 weeks, rising to 6.44%. That's according to Freddie Mac. Just 3 weeks ago, the average rate slipped to its lowest level in 2 years. Mortgage rates are influenced by a number of factors, including how the bond market reacts to the Fed's interest rate policy decisions. The FCC announced it will soon require all mobile phones sold in the U.S. to be compatible with hearing aids. The agency says all mobile phones will also need to meet volume control benchmarks. The FCC says companies will have to stay on their websites whether their mobile devices are compatible with hearing aids or not. The agency has not yet set a specific timeline for when those new rules are going to take effect. And this year's election could have an impact on where people want to live. Yeah, a poll from Realtor.com shows 23% of potential first-time home buyers are waiting to see where they'll live until after the election in November. 63% of respondents say local and national politics are at least slightly influential for where they want to live. The company says politics is one of the most important considerations for home buyers because it helps them find a place where they feel comfortable in their community. Again, we are live in the comfortable community of Carthage for the Maple Leaf Festival. A final check of the forecast up next. Coming up on KOAM News at 6, we're going to be right back here live from the Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage. We're going to talk with the Chamber of Commerce president about what this means to the community and what goes into making this all happen to be such a success. And Frontenac hosts Columbus in our high school game of the week. John Dales is going to be there live. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News next, and then KOAM News at 6. Our photographer Ty was just asking whether it's just purely coincidence you and I are wearing the same color.
You know what happened, right? I watched you at noon to see what you were wearing.
Right, as always.
Of course,
and there is the fact that we have beautiful blue skies, so it ties in. Neither of us wearing maple leaf gold, however. It is going to be a beautiful weekend.
It is. A great evening. Temperature is going to be dropping back through the 60s into the 50s. 77 tomorrow. Sunny skies.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And, of course, we are going to be right back here live in downtown Carthage for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.